What is up, everybody? So came out to do a little afternoon evening scouting. Gonna fish for some channel catfish, but drove around kind of scouting a little bit, looking at some of the places that I plan to catch some channel catfish. They're up shallow, some pretty heavy cover, and it is hot, and they're just kind of stagnant up in those areas where I was gonna fish. So I decided to come out here on the main lake for just a little bit. Water's just a little bit cooler. There's some wind blowing, a little more comfortable. Let that sun go down a little bit more, let things cool off, and then I'm going to shoot up in that shallower water. There we go. That made the difference. It's getting bit. Fish are just kind of messing with it a little bit. Hadn't really hammered it. Could be a little catfish. So I always say, fishing like this, hold one rod in your hand and be ready. Makes all the difference in the world. You take that old punch bait, sling it out on a slip bobber, I guarantee I can outfish you 5 or 6 to 1 holding the rod in my hand, if not more than that. Unless you just use a little old bitty tiny hook so they swallow the hook every time. Let's see what happens. Maybe I can catch it and put me a good glob of bait on there. Channel cat just tailed right over to the right of this tree too. Grabbing a bug or something. Let's see what happens here. I don't have a whole lot of daylight, so if I don't get bit pretty quick, I'm going to move. Here we go. A little bitty bite again. I know that fish that I saw tailing was a better fish. It was pretty good size, 5-6 pounds at least. There we go. See how that bobber's laying on its side like that? Right back in the spot. Bobber's a little bit too deep. That's why it's laying like that. But I've got it right where I keep seeing that fish tailing, so I'm just going to leave it there. Man, I felt him snag. Just so much line out there because I'm casting so far. It's a long way to cast and try to set that hook. What happens here? There we go. Right up under that limb. Now it just tailed over there on the other side. There we go. That's a pretty good fish. Pretty good one. we go. Catch and release. There's one. I know there's a lot more fish in there, but this water's real hot. They could be holding right up against that cover real tight. All sorts of different variables to it. Like I said, I've been fishing in the mornings and not in the evenings, but try right back up in there again where I hooked that other one. There we go. Round two. This one's pulling a little drag on me too. Right back in that same little spot in between those cattails and that tree. As soon as it got in there, then it hit. Almost got a hook in my hand there. Another good quality fish for a Texas channel cat. Oh, having a hard time seeing. That sun's in my eyes and right up there where I'm trying to cast. There we go. That's where we want it, right there. One of my split shots fell off. That's why that bobber's not standing up. Oh, I missed it. I don't want to get too far up in there because I don't want to spook them. If I was about 5-6 feet further forward, it would be a whole lot easier to get up in that little hole. But in this shallow water like this, these fish spook real easily. So I'm back in there now. We'll see what happens. There we go. Oh man, he's wrapped me up on it. There we go. Wrapped me up on a stick or something. Right in that exact same spot. Up in that cover. Oh man, he's pooping all over my clean boat. Not very friendly of him, is it? Just goes to show, you saw when I pulled up here, I fished all around and I didn't catch any fish. But every time I've thrown up in that little spot right there, I've either gotten bit. Every time I've thrown up in that little spot right there, I've gotten bit or caught a fish. And I talk a whole lot about precision when you're fishing for channel catfish. Sometimes a foot or two makes all the difference in the world. And they'll get up in these little old places and hold, and you may fish all around and not get bit, but then you just get up in one little old area and all of a sudden you start catching. And I've had days, I had one day I caught 125 fish in a 5 square foot area in about 4 hours fishing for channel cat. And if you got outside of that 5 square foot area, you wouldn't get bit. But as long as you stayed in there, you'd catch a fish almost every 60 seconds. Why that is, I don't know, but there's something up in there that they like right there. See if I can get my bait back up in there. I keep casting the wrong direction. Come on, Chad. When I hung up on that tree where I was catching all those fish, I was wrapped good with that heavy braid around a limb that was laying right across that hole there. And when I was trying to pull it loose, I couldn't get the line to break, and I drug that limb about probably 15 feet, stirred the water all up, everything was all muddy. Then I ended up having to pull my talons up, pull up to it to get my line loose, and I stirred everything up so much the fish quit biting. Normally I would have just sat there and rode it out, given it some time, and let them start biting again. But because the sun was going down, I didn't really have a whole lot of time. I decided to go ahead and move. All in all, pretty good day considering what it was, or pretty good evening. Again, just a quick evening fishing trip trying to beat the heat. It is miserable here right now, so you just can't be out on the water during the middle of the day. I just got in my truck a little while ago, and it read 119 degrees at 8:30 at night when I got in my truck. So, you know, you just can't be out during the middle of the day. Not safe, and it's not fun. I'll be back next week with some more catfish action. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button, subscribe, and hit that bell notification icon. Go down below, leave me a comment if you got questions, topics you'd like to see future videos on, or anything else. Until next time, I'm Chad Ferguson, catfishedge.com.